making the Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwich at home, but better. Why are you capping? There's no way, sir.
Am I the only one that thinks Chick-fil-A is overrated? Well, unfortunately, I think we're going to prove that
I almost clicked off the video.
right today.
All right, obviously this is the Chick-fil-A one.
Look, it's a chicken sandwich. I don't have a ton to say about it. It's been single-handedly one of the most overrated chicken sandwiches in the entire chicken sandwich game, which is weird to say, but there is a chicken sandwich game now. Everybody has their chicken sandwich. I have all of them. I'm like Thanos with the chicken sandwich gauntlet, and this is the last one.
Is that a Burger King one?
So with all that being said, let's make this, shall we?
I wouldn't count that as would you count that as a chicken sandwich?
Get over here! Do
that
you not
big,
know what to
long
cook for dinner
chicken patty?
again? I don't know! Well, I have a
Right.
solution. My new cookbook, Texture Over Taste, is available for pre-order now. The link's in the description.
Holy shit, Josh!
This may just look like a cookbook, but it's not. It can slice and dice vegetables all on its own. It can shield your skin from the hot sun. It even fits perfectly in a fridge or your glove compartment. It can even seal a leaky ceiling instantly. It can make you stronger, and it helps you sleep better. Thanks, Texture Over Taste. If you want to change your life today, pre-order now. The link's in the description. Stop! I don't want to hear these voices in my head anymore!
Chicken fillet. I've always hated the name.
Bro,
of
the
this place.
goat.
I've always hated the cows on the billboards.
The cows are like, yeah, please don't slaughter and eat us, even though you're going to anyway. Eat the chicken. This is a new building, basically, because they added a bunch of stuff onto it. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It's pretty solid. All right, now we gotta take our order. Can I just do
The drive-up look crazy. They got fans in there?
I'll also do a spicy chicken.
God
Deluxe.
damn.
That's it. Oh, I forgot to give their menu. I'm feeling like giving them a 7 out of 10 today because I like how simplistic the menu is.
That's true.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You know, as usual, they have a good attitude. Kind of low energy today.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got the thing, so I guess we'll go eat it, unfortunately.
All right, we got
I guess we'll go eat it, unfortunately.
I like that Chick-fil-A keeps their bags simple. We always call that out, although I love that they want to remind everybody. Serve fresh daily, Monday through Saturday.
Kill, like, do you reread what the hell you just said and explain to me how something can be a burger without a fucking beef patty? Like, explain it to me. Now, turkey burger's a thing. You know what I mean? It doesn't always have to be beef, but there's got to be a patty in there. Got it?
Notice how there's a day missing. The only fast food place that does that, as far as I know. Can we get a fast check? Is that true? I gotta hand it to Chick-fil-A. Their sandwiches aren't too bad. I like that they're simplistic, but it really bothers me that there's no sauce. How is that acceptable? And here's the thing. I'm not saying that Chick-fil-A is bad. I'm just saying that, like, when people rave and they're like, oh, I love Chick-fil-A, it's my favorite chicken sandwich, I didn't try.
How you ban a
But
cow?
that being said, I like their buns. They're soft. You know, sometimes it works.
Or a chicken, my
Not gonna lie,
bad.
this one's
How?
particularly dry. Look, I gotta give them props. It tastes good. Their spicy chicken sandwich is one of their strongest leading points on their menu, but it's drier than the Mojave Desert on the hottest day of the year. We've done
You
it
gotta
before,
put the
we're gonna do it
Chick-fil-A
again.
sauce
Since
in
we
there,
last
man.
touched on the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, I've played with my bun recipe a bit for a softer, sweeter bun. You know, a little more Hawaiian, but slightly less sweet and softer than the finest silk.
No
money can
pickles.
buy. Homemade pickles,
Please,
upgraded
no
spicy
pickles.
fried chicken, but less talking, more making. First, of course, let's talk buns. I know a lot of you are gonna buy buns, but just hang on, okay? Please go to the nicest bakery and get them fresh, because I assure you, the chances of you finding buns that are better than these are slim to none. Or you can actually make them and receive a wet, sloppy kiss from Papa. So let's make it very simple. Stand mixer, add half a cup.
I'm trying to make some buns for real.
Plus 1 tablespoon or 135 milliliters of water at 95 Fahrenheit and half a cup or 125 milliliters of whole milk, also heated at 95 Fahrenheit, with skinnier yeast followed by a third cup or 75 grams of white sugar. Yes, it's a lot of sugar. Trust me when I say these buns will absolutely blow your pantaloons off. They're too good. Now whisk in 1 egg yolk and 1 whole egg, 2 teaspoons or 12 grams of fine sea salt, and finally 1 gram of amylase. What is that, Josh? It's an optional enzyme
Sounds like
that
his
will give
cheeks
your
was
bread
just
that
getting ripped up.
curling softness, like the commercial stuff in the supermarket. Now, add a dough hook to your mixer, start mixing on low speed, add 3.5 cups or 525 grams of bread flour, a heaping spoonful at a time until all of it's been added. Yes, while the machine's running, just be careful with your hands because you don't want that getting caught in the...
I'm hungry. I'm hungry as shit. Hold on.
Stand mixer, okay? Very dangerous. Mix until you get a smooth dough, about 3 minutes, then add 4.5 tablespoons or 63 grams of softened unsalted butter. If it's not softened, you're gonna get a lumpy mess, and don't try to be smart here because you'll instantly feel not smart if you skip the softening step. I love you though. Mix 3 to 5 more minutes until you get a smooth, homogeneous dough. Roll into a rough ball, place in a greased bowl, and cover with
That
plastic
does not
wrap.
look
Of
rough
course,
at
give a
all.
personality to the dough for, you know, added flavor. Well, maybe not that kind of flavor. Rise at room temp, or 1 hour until doubled. Punch that bad boy down, divide it into 90 to 100 gram pieces. pieces. That should get you about 8 total balls. Shape those into doit balls and place your balls on a parchment-lined baking sheet, though I would recommend evenly spacing apart 6 balls per sheet tray so your balls don't touch. I'm just looking up for your buns here. Cover those with greased plastic wrap and proof at room temp for 25 minutes. Take off the plastic wrap, brush each of your buns with egg wash consisting of 1 egg and a splash of water. Once they're all brushed, pop into a 375-degree oven for 15 to 18 minutes or until a luscious golden brown orb that is ready to be treated as the throne to the spicy fried chicken of your dreams. Optionally, once they come out of the oven, you can immediately brush with melted unsalted butter, then let them cool completely on a wire rack. On to pickles. Pause. Sure, you can use dill or you can make your own dill. I decided to go bread and butter. I've heard complaints about bread and butter in the sphere recently, okay? I will not tolerate the slander. Try them on this sandwich and I bet you'll change your mind forever, especially if they're my pickle. Or, well, my pickle recipe. So first you're gonna take 3 pickling cucumbers, cut them about 1/8 of an inch thick with a knife or a mandolin, aka finger death trap. Place those bad boys in a heat-proof quart-sized container such as a mason jar. Then in a medium sauce pot, add 1 cup or 200 grams of white sugar, a 1/4 cup or 75 grams of kosher salt, 1.5 teaspoons or 1 gram of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon or 5 grams of celery seeds, 1 tablespoon or 30 grams of mustard seeds, 2 cups or 480 milliliters of white vinegar, 2.5 cups or 120 milliliters of water. Then set that bad boy on a medium-high heat until it starts to boil and the sugar and salt is completely dissolved. Pour your hot stuff directly over your cucumbers and make sure they're totally submerged. You can use a small ramekin to weigh them down and then just let them cool.
I would never eat it.
Temp. Boom.
But that might hit.
All right, look. I know Chick-fil-A doesn't put mayo on their sandwich, so I'm making one. Call me unfair, but it's a very basic mayo. In the bottom of a wide-mouthed quart container,
you can
add
ask
2
for
egg
it,
yolks, 1 tablespoon or 15 grams of lemon juice, 2 teaspoons or 14 grams of Dijon mustard, 1 teaspoon or 5 grams of sugar.
I swear I thought you got mayo if you did, like if you got the deluxe, you know? I could be wildin'.
Or dashi, that's optional. 1 tablespoon or 15 grams of water, a pinch of salt, 2 cloves of garlic grated, and then finally carefully pour over 1.5 cups or 375 milliliters of canola oil, vegetable oil, avocado oil, whatever floats your boat. Just not olive oil. Gently place an immersion blender at the bottom of your container and let it rip. A pinch of shimi togarashi, slowly bringing it up to the top until everything is fully emulsified and you have a beautiful, stable mayo. Add additional salt to taste if needed. And now for the moment you've all waited for, the chicken. First you need 6 boneless and skinless chicken thighs. In a small container combine 3 tablespoons or 40 grams of kosher salt, 1 tablespoon or 14 grams of white sugar, 2 teaspoons or 9 grams of MSG, and whisk together until combined. This is your cure. Season your chicken generously on both sides with your cure. Now at this point, you can use them right away, or you can leave them plastic wrapped in the fridge overnight to really let that cure get sucked up by the chicken. Now once it's fry time, for your breading, I call this the dip in dredge. I actually don't. I made that up just now. But for your dip, you're gonna get 1 medium-sized bowl and combine 2 whole eggs, add a pinch of salt, beat together till homogeneous, and then whisk in 1 cup or 240 milliliters of whole milk. Now for your dredge, in a separate medium-sized bowl, add 2 cups or 300 grams of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons or 9 grams of MSG, 1 tablespoon or 14 grams of powdered sugar, 2 teaspoons or 3 grams of fresh ground black pepper, 1 tablespoon or 14 grams of smoked paprika, 1 tablespoon or 10 grams of garlic powder, 1.5 teaspoons or 6 grams of ground white pepper, half a teaspoon or 2 grams of onion powder, 1 tablespoon or 15 grams of kosher salt, 1.5 teaspoons or 4 grams of cayenne powder, then whisk together until combined. Frying is the most important, but it's also the simplest step. You take a piece of cured chicken,
you know what I'm saying? It needs to be way thicker.
Make sure it's fully coated, then immediately toss in your flour dredge, making sure you leave absolutely 0 bold spots. Shake off the excess flour and repeat with all of your chicken. Once that's done, simply deep fry these puppies at 350 Fahrenheit in a large, heavy bottom pot filled about halfway with frying oil like canola. You can also use lard if you want to be a real G. Fry about 4 at a time for 5 to 7 minutes or until you get that classic GBD. Again, that's golden brown delicious. While that's frying, you can make a spicy finishing kick by getting a small bowl, adding 4 teaspoons or 8 grams of shimi togarashi, half a teaspoon or 1 gram of cayenne powder, 1 teaspoon or 2 grams of ground black pepper, half a teaspoon or 1 gram of smoked paprika, 2 teaspoons or 5 grams of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon or 5 grams of white sugar, whisk together until combined and set aside. Now, once you have your GBD and your chicken is around 165 Fahrenheit internal temperature, optionally but recommended, season with your spicy togarashi spice and repeat with the rest of your chicken. It's finally time to put this thing together. Carefully slice your buns in half, toast them beautifully in a pan with some butter, yeah, like that. Of course, first your mayo on your bottom bun. Be generous now, don't be shy. Pickles, add on your chicken, then mayo your top bun and crown your king. But wait, something's not right. This could be better. You know, what if we just made this the deluxe version? They do have that at Chick-fil-A. So you're gonna do everything that you did listed prior, but instead, when you assemble this, you toast your buns, you put your mayo on both sides. The pickles go down first, but then this is where things change. You add a layer of green leaf lettuce, some thinly sliced tomatoes, which you seasoned with salt, I hope, maybe even a little bit of pepper. Add on your fried chicken, slap on a nice slice of pepper jack cheese, which you'll torch or broil until melted, and wow, now we're really looking at the king of chicken sandwiches. Now let's determine our winner.
Okay, so we have my version, and as you saw, there's also the deluxe version. It's literally lettuce, tomato, cheese. All right, plain one. First off, juicing. You know what I'm gonna say. We already know that thighs are the way. You want it wet? Thighs. Got it? You can use breast, that's fine, but it's less flavor, less juiciness, and it's harder to cook. This is a better sandwich, period, end of story. And then of course, what the is this, the double down version or whatever? Way better. The deluxe is the way to go because it feels like a complete sandwich.
It always
is.
is.
Like, I'm drunk on a Saturday morning and I'm gonna make this. That doesn't happen on a Saturday morning, but you get my point. You put the lettuce, the tomato, it's a whole meal. Obviously, I think it's a win, so we're gonna bring in a taste tester to find out the real winner. Vikram's here again. Go ahead. Oh my God, Vikram, how did you do that?
Kendrick's teaching me
What
that.
the
Wow,
fuck?
what, really, Kendrick? What is that, what do you do? Stop, stop! Number one, there you go. Number two.
Easily the second one. Chick-fil-A is messing up. They think their chicken's so good that they don't need a sauce. Most people put the sauce on the sandwich after they get it. I mostly taste
That's what I do.
pickles. Kind of like a pickle sandwich. Whereas Josh's, the buns, the spices on the chicken, just a great experience. I think it's an easy dub.
Vikram's stepping up his descriptions.
It's just hard because when you serve that many burgers, it's kind of hard to get it a consistent flavor every time. So that's why they don't flavor it, which makes sense. And they serve a lot of burgers, bro. So that's why they have such a crazy epic variety of like sauces. You can even get dry rubs too to put on your sandwiches. So that's like, I just feel like people don't know how to actually eat at the restaurant. And that's why they be, you know what I'm saying? They be bullshit. It's supposed to be quick. Come on, man. Like that right there, me going to Chick-fil-A and getting it and him cooking it right there is taking way longer. Like, come on. Ooh, excuse me. You can't even like, you can't, I don't even think you can compare the two. It just almost doesn't make sense.
I honestly have nothing else to say.
Kendrick's also teaching me that.
Well, what's your...
Well, shit. Shout out to you, Joseph. My guy, Mr. Beast, told me, hey, when they end it, baby.